What else were you saying about?
Okay, so with belt noises, what I found, experience tells me that when a belt is chirping, it is an alignment problem. When the belt is loose, tension-wise, it squeals. The squealing sound will get louder as the more RPM or the more load you put on the belt using different accessories. Kind of like you hear your neighbors fire up their car in the morning and the belt squeals really loud. You know that's a loose belt because the alternator is trying to do a lot of output. That being said, whenever we get a vehicle in and the belt is tripping, we put some water on it, pour a little bit of water on it. If the belt gets quiet, you know that you don't have a bad pulley. If the noise stays and you put the water on it, it's either a pulley. Sometimes those squeals can get louder when you put water on them, and if it is, it's a tension issue. So just throwing parts on it, it'll be quiet for a little while, but the noise will come back, just like this guy. Every time we put a new belt on it, the noise goes away. Problem solved until it comes back a week later, 2 weeks later, a year later, 6 months later. We're not fixing it. As you can see, this one, because it's a chirping sound and you can only hear it at idle, it generally is an alignment issue. So that's what we found on this one. Okay, so here's our Dayco alignment kit. So it comes with this is known as the target. We covered it with there's the black tape. We covered it with so that it's a little easier to see. And then here's your laser, and then your target. So one of the things when you put it on the pulley, and you'll see that in a little bit, is that the writing on the laser and the target have to go the same direction. So being that we taped it, and you can't see the Dayco like you can on this one, you can see where it says patent pending right there, and you can also see it on this one. So you have to have it going the same direction. You can't. They don't want you to have it flipped around. They would consider that upside down, and it could give you an error when you're using the target. So once again, this is your laser. You can see it coming out. Don't point it at you because it's not good for your eyes. Looks like that cat toy, but if you have a cat, you know, I guess you'd have fun with it. But so that's that part. And then this here is the gauge to check the belt. Oh, hold on. So if I remember it correctly, is you place the grooves on here, and if you see daylight, you have a worn belt. Okay, if it was like that, you could see daylight, you have a worn belt, but that's a good belt. This is a brand new belt. So the next check is you flatten the belt out and you put this guy in the groove like so, and it should be sticking out of the groove. If it falls into the groove, the belt is worn. You can see that, right? And then this is your crack window, which I don't know if we'll ever use that, but so basically this is your 1x1 window, and if you have more than 4 cracks within that window, the belt's no good. So that's how you use that. Okay, so we're this 2803, we're going to be checking the belt alignment on this thing. Well, actually the pulley alignment. This one has been coming in 3 or 4 times in a year, and it comes in, you know, every other week because of belt noise. So instead of just throwing a belt on it, we're gonna actually check the alignment. So we got this cool little tool from Dayco, and so I'll place it on here, and it's magnetized. So that's known as the target. And then let me show this guy. So this here is the laser. So what you want to do is every time you put it on here is make sure that they're facing the same direction. So what we did is you can see the writing here. I don't know if you can see that, but right there, and that corresponds with the writing on this guy. See that we put the black tape on here because it's when the laser shines against the body, it kills your eyes. Anyways, that's Sean doing a tire thing. But that's okay. It is a shop environment. So I'll put these back on here.
Ready.
Okay, that one's on there, and I'll put this one on the air conditioning pulley in the same location. And then we'll turn the light off, and then you can see the laser pointing. So you can see the middle groove, and then as I turn, you can see the laser starting to cut across the tape right there. Okay, so so that shows that the both pulleys are going kind of pointing in the same direction, but they're off a little bit. Right here in this position, the AC compressor is further back toward the rear, further back to the rear of the vehicle than the crankshaft pulley. Okay, so what we're going to do next is, because I don't know, I was guessing that the air compressor pulley was misaligned. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot it off another pulley. So we'll leave that one here. We got to flip the target around because we're going to go off the power steering pump. And we'll turn this around so that the body and the target is this guy down here on the crankshaft pulley. And I'm going to see if I can put him in the right groove. Looks like it. And then I'll go to the AC compressor. I mean the power steering pump. And put the laser on the power steering pump. Oh, wrong way. Okay, so then the camera's in the way, I can't see the target. Okay. Man, that looks a lot better than it was before, but it still shows that the crankshaft pulley is out further toward the front of the vehicle than the power steering, because I'm on the power steering pulley. So it almost looks like it's a crankshaft pulley that's too far forward, like the balancer, because it's mounted in rubber. It could be shifting, and so that's probably where our belt alignment is off. Okay, so this is after we replaced the lower pulley on the crankshaft pulley. So we have the light on just so you can see where everything's at. I have my hand here, blue glove on the power steering pump pulley. So that's where I have the laser mounted, and then I have the target on the crankshaft pulley. You can see it down there. Well, yeah. There's the crankshaft pulley down, the target on the crankshaft pulley. So we'll turn the light off and I'll walk the laser across it, and you'll see it. Okay, turn the light on again. See, there's the target. Okay, let off. I mean, turn the light off, that is. And I'll bring see it go right across that center. So this pulley, the crankshaft pulley, is now aligned with the power steering pump. So I think it's done. We'll call this a fix.